Aren't you all glad I'm not the exchequer in charge of the time clock? Anyway, Hoka Hey, Alita Army, welcome to the Alita live stream of April the 6th, 2024, Mars Chronicles, Volume 4, Escape, where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequels. I am your host, the Muskogee Creek. And before I welcome our guests, I just want to throw this out there. We do have Rosa's Queen Studios Alita bust. It's in the box right now, sitting in my house in Colorado. Now, at this point in time, I am actually in North Carolina, just south of Boone. I don't know if you guys know where that is. It's kind of a cool little town here, not too far away. And with me right now is from Germany, or Deutschland. Es ist Smendrick. And Smendrick, I got my German going there for a while. So anyway, kind of funny.
Yeah, hello, Hunter Warriors out there. Finn and all the others in the chat, would you like to come in the
exactly.
let
me put
the stream, please?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, I think Angelus is going to be here shortly. He has a hard time getting going sometimes. If you want to come on the stream, there it is right there. There's Angelus from Queensland, rather from Brisbane and Queensland, Australia. Good day, mate. And I think you're muted, Angelus. Angelus is having audio problems. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angelus, we can't hear you. So I don't know. Yeah, he may
he tries again.
He's got to fix it. So anyway, well, anyway, Smendrick, how are things going over there in Deutschland?
Yeah, here's everything nice. Springtime has started. Nice weather. Not too hot at the moment.
Yeah.
How is the weather in where you are, Creek?
North Carolina. It's
in North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, it's overcast, and we're probably going to get some snow tonight. Not too much, I don't think, though.
I can't imagine this.
Yeah, well, it's up in the mountains, so it's
what high?
It's about where I'm at right now is about 3,800 feet, so it's not too high. It's not like Denver. My house in Denver is like 5,400 feet, which is about. Oh, it's about, I would say, what is that in meters? Probably around 1,500 meters, I guess. Denver is, about 5,280, I guess, is about 1,500 meters, probably. 1.5 kilometers, yeah, something like that. Anyway, so it's here. It's about. Oh, I don't know. It's probably a little over 1,000, maybe 1,100 kilometers.
Yeah, it's very far away from what I see. What's the next big city to this?
Charlotte, North Carolina, I guess.
Okay. I saw it on the map here.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's Charlotte's about 100 miles from my house, which is about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about, I guess. Well, wait a minute, I'm getting my kilometers mixed up here. Yeah, it's about 160 kilometers from my house, probably, Charlotte, here in North Carolina. So.
Yeah, but you travel by plane, or do you travel by car?
Most of the time I fly, but I have driven across country. It's roughly 2,500 kilometers from Denver to where my house is here in North Carolina. So it's kind of a long little drive, but it's not too bad, So it's freeway all the way. So like the Autobahn, it's kind of like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
you have a speed limit. We don't have speed
you don't have speed limits here, I
Germany.
know. Yeah, I was in Germany once, and I said, "Wow, this is great."
Yeah, the
although you
fastest speed.
get some guy in a big old Mercedes in the left-hand lane going 170 miles an hour. You
Yeah.
better be out of his way.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Because those, yeah, it's pretty cool here. Here, we have speed limits. In Colorado, it's not too bad though because we got the speed limit. In most of the freeway is or interstate as we call it is about 75 miles an hour, which is probably 125 kilometers an hour. So it's not.
It's okay. Our 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 political discussion is about setting speed limits to all what we call autobahn.
Yeah, autobahn.
Around 130 kilometers an hour, and it would be okay for me.
I think
most of the time we have heavy traffic. We are a much smaller country than the USA, and
well, Germany's about the size of Texas, isn't it? Pretty similar.
Okay. Some of your states have the same dimensions. As we have here in Germany, but we have a very high population, and we are all our business depends on the infrastructure. Especially the autobahns, because trains are, it's not the favorite transportation system used for cargo, especially for
trains are a lot
cargo.
cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper, but it's not. You have to change from the truck to the train and back to the truck to reach the recipients. Okay. So we have the problem with the speed. We need a much shorter delivery time. So most companies decide to use trucks from the factory direct to the supermarkets and wherever you and other recipients. Okay. Most things they have this just-in-time thinking.
Just-in-time delivery. I got you. Finn, Deutsches Trains nicht so schlecht. Das ist nicht so richtig.
They are much, or they, sorry, they are worse than the Swiss trains. The Swiss train infrastructure is much better than ours.
Is it? I didn't know. I thought it was all pretty similar. Maybe that's why Finn says German trains are bad, because he lives in Switzerland.
He knows it because he lived in Germany years ago. So he knows both transportation systems.
Well, he speaks that Swiss German is what Finn does, doesn't he?
But it's nice.
So anyway, Lee said he was coming on. I'm not sure he's going to make it now, but he did say he was gonna make it, but maybe something came up,
Try again.
I think Finn's having trouble with his audio cable, so I think he can't.
Okay.
So I think he can't get it,
issues with
Yeah, Switzerland has better
fix
trains,
them.
he says. Okay. I
Angelus
did.
has an issue with his
Yeah.
headphones.
See, I
Okay.
didn't ride the train when I was in Germany. I mean, we drove everywhere, so I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
for us Americans, just a word of advice: if you go to Germany and you drive on the autobahn, you want to stay in the right hand lane. It's
yeah,
okay to go in the
yeah,
center
yeah,
lane, but
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah, yeah, exactly.
because
Yeah,
it's okay if you're in if you're in the right lane, right, the far right lane, you can drive 70 miles an hour there. You're okay, but
yeah.
don't be in that left lane and drive 70 miles an
No,
hour. Don't do that. So
you get the headlights
yeah, that's
from
right.
behind.
That's right.
Yeah,
So okay, well, I guess we got to move on. I guess Angelus
yeah,
is still
yeah,
working on his headphones, I guess. So before we get into the main topic, I just want to remind everybody that we got the Alita sequel petition going on, and
yeah.
we added about, God, 8 or 10 signatures. Remember, last week we only added one, I think, but this week we added, I think, 8 or 10. I don't remember exactly, how many, but something like that. Anyway, so we're still, it still moves up a little bit every week, so it's not,
Yeah, yeah. We
we're still
have to
getting more and more.
conquer. We have to conquer other social media platforms.
Yes.
On Blue Sky, just 2 or 3 guys from our Alita army are present. All the others are not familiar with our activities, so I try to advertise
Mhm.
this sequel petition.
Yeah.
And of course, and you can show it,
Yep.
our fundraising.
Ah, well, what is this Blue Sky now? Is this a new platform or?
Um, it's founded by the former Twitter developers.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Yeah.
Um, it's not developed so far as Twitter X now.
Mhm.
Maybe they don't have direct messages
Mhm.
at the moment. They don't have animated GIFs.
Mm.
That's another problem.
Mhm.
You cannot directly upload them.
Mhm.
But the developers promised us to develop it in the same way as it is in
X.
X
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it takes time. It has just 5 million, a little bit over 5 million users at the moment.
Ah, okay.
X has more than 550, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like about 50
That's
million.
a completely other dimension of social media. So at the moment, it is more familiar. You can connect, yeah, with like it is with real friends. Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Batman,
yeah. I'll check it.
Batman.
What was it?
Hey, has
Is it?
interesting. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The
Yeah. 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 I
TGV,
saw that. That had
TGV. Um, it, it's
about
it's
300 and something
yeah,
miles an hour, isn't it? That is. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
it's extreme. Yeah,
Yeah. That's pretty fast. So
yeah.
anyway, let
This.
me get back to the Alita sequel
Yeah,
petition here. The link you see on the screen there is also down in the description below the screen that you're looking at here. So click on that, and if you haven't signed the petition, please click on it and sign it. You don't have to pay any money or anything like that. It's just a digital signature, and the Creek is going to start promoting this too. I haven't been promoting it very much. Uh, like I should be. So we want Disney to know
yeah,
that we want those sequels,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
think Well, I think they know we want the sequels. To be honest, it's just they're dragging their feet, I guess. And but we want them to realize that they got over 178,000 marketing people that they can take advantage of, because one of the things that really drives movies, is word of mouth, and this is definitely it. I mean, when you got this many people, the Alita Army, the people used to say the Alita Army was small, and I guess compared to some fandoms like the Star Wars fandom and stuff like that, or say the Marvel fandom, it may be smaller than that. But folks, 178,000 fans, signatures, that is not small. So Disney, take note. There's a lot of people that like Alita, and we want that sequel. Something else too is we've got the Hero Arm campaign going on, and we added and that's an incorrect number right there. The Creek didn't update it. It's $2,800 now, or 2,800. We have about a little over $4,250, so that's going up in the bank. In the Alita Army account. We have about that. I can't remember exact number. I got it. Yeah, certainly I have statements from the bank and stuff like that. But it's over $4,200. So, and it doesn't cost $1,700 for a Hero Arm, or at least it did last time I checked. It's more around like 13,000. So we're about 9,000 short, but, if we could get some folks to donate, that'd be pretty cool, but no amount is too small. Okay. So if you find this particular link here, when you go onto the GoFundMe page, some folks might find that a little intimidating at times. There's also a tip jar down there, so you can click on that and give a small amount. But if you cannot, donate anything, if you can't, then if you see this tweet, just repost it on social media, so people will know, and you will have done your part if you do that, because we don't want just to be getting money from people. We want support, and that's good support there, just by reposting the the Hero Arm campaign tweet, as it were, or posting. So anyway, that's that for the Hero Arm. But I want to make one more announcement too, is that we've been talking about in kind of meetings of some of the, I guess you would say, principals. I guess we're going to start an Alita gaming network, and we're going to start that up on Discord. So I'm still working with that one. So keep your eyes peeled on that, and I'll be putting out, once I get it going, I'll put posts out, and I'll have a slide up on it probably next week or the week after, about how to get onto that thing, and you can either watch games or play them or whatever. So we'll figure that out when we get there, So we're going to have a little meeting on that one. So keep your eyes in the Pirates of the Caribbean, as they would say, keep a weather eye out for that. Okay, I guess Angelus, I was kind of hoping he'd get his earphones fixed, but I guess he's still working on that. If anybody wants to come on the stream and talk about the manga, anybody at all, then here is the link. All you got to do is click on it, and there's a link right there, and we'll bring you in, and we can start talking about the Mars Chronicle manga, particularly this particular version. So let me pull that up. And my slow computer is not pulling it up. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe the stream.
There
we go. Here we go.
Change the system.
No, it's not that. It's just the. Where is the damn thing? Well, I have to do it like this. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Can you guys see that okay?
We have an echo pic yet.
Yeah,
Yes.
there it
Now
is.
it's okay.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the fourth volume or the fourth chapter, or whatever you want to call it, in the Mars Chronicles. And just to, I guess, bring you up to date on this, if you remember from the last time, these I guess it's like a false flag event. I guess that these kind of soldiers started coming through this town. I can't remember the name of the town now, but where the kids were hiding in Ninon's little playhouse or whatever that room was, and of course they were fleeing the scene. And here's where we pick up. And of course, what happens here is that the soldiers, they kind of discover the kids, and this, here you see Ninon here, and then this is Erica on the, I guess, to her left, and then the one in the back is God, I can't remember her name. Lena, I think, was her name, the one in the back. And these were all kids that were playing together in the room in Ninon's playroom type thing, where she had toys and games and stuff like that. And you see the soldier down there below has discovered them, and so in the meantime, from the last I guess chapter we saw in chapter 3, Erica and Ninon had sent Alita, or Yoko as she is known here, because she doesn't become Alita until she gets to Iron City, and she's still on Mars here, and she's a little girl right here. But they had sent her through like a duck, and to go to this spot where there's I guess like a valve release of sorts, to where the idea was is Alita would pull this valve and it would flood the room with water, and if any soldiers, were going to find them, maybe the water would take them out or something like that. So um, Alita is up there on that kind of a catwalk looking thing there, and Ninon says, now open the sluice gate. Well done, Yoko. And so Yoko, or Alita here, has opened the gate, and the water is pouring through. And Ninon says the soldiers are closing in on us. Hurry, do it now, And she grabs one of the other little girls' hands, says, here, grab my hand. And Lena, I guess has grabbed her hand, and I guess I don't see Erica in there, but she was somewhere nearby, I think. And then here you see the soldier is standing behind. That's Lena, the little girl there you see with the glasses on. And the blonde there is Ninon, and that's the one that thinks she's the queen of Mars, like kids pretend and everything. And the soldier is ominously standing behind them. So, it's not looking good here at this particular point. And then as they're standing there, the soldier runs his a big knife through the little girl, and of course, it kills her, for sure. And that the last thing she sees is that blade sticking out through her chest, and the soldier's there, and of course the little girl Ninon, or this is Erica, I guess, is trying to grab her hand, and the soldier just tosses the little girl he just killed off the ledge, and Erica is still trying to grab for her, and then of course the soldier thinks the next thing he's going to do is kill Erica, and then of course Erica just kind of she's really mad, she's also kind of afraid too, I think, and the soldier is about to kill her, or at least he thinks he is. And then the water comes gushing through. Now Erica also kind of tackles him, grabs him around his legs, or his lower down around his feet, I guess, or something like that. I'm going to flip back over here just to make sure I don't miss anybody trying to come on. Yeah, there's Finn. Hey, Finn, I couldn't see you because I was over on the other tab. So anyway, let me go back to it.
Hello.
And yeah, anyway, so
Hello,
you see,
Finn.
yeah, Grüß Gott, Finn. Wie geht es dir heute?
Yeah. Hello, Schmendrick and Creaky, and thank you, Creek. I'm very fine.
All right, they're good. So anyway, here you see Erica is, kind of looks like she's tackled this guy, and the water's coming through, and kind of it's about to wash them both away. Erica, I think, is grabbed by Ninon, but the water is carrying that soldier away. I don't know if it kills him or not, but of course it gets him away from the kids. So you can see just tons of water coming through there, and and then of course there you see Ninon on the lower right panel there. She's grabbed Erica, and saved her from being washed away like the soldier is, and then of course the soldier, kind of stands up. He's got, I guess that's probably Erica's blanket or whatever it is, and here comes the water, and then now he's starting to get washed away. So anyway, I guess it was just like, it could have been like a dam or something like that the water was being held back by, and he's now knee deep in it, and of course the water overpowers him eventually, and you can see down there that it's in the process of washing him away.
Wow.
And then of course Ninon and Erica are sitting up on the stairs, just watching the whole thing, because the water doesn't get to them. They're kind of elevated above it. And
is this soldier a giant? I can't.
No, they're just little kids. Nah, they're just.
Okay, it's only adult size.
Yeah, the soldier. Yeah, let me go back. Yeah, he's just an adult. Because when you look at,
so overpowered.
Yeah, you see there he is. There's this is Erica right here, and there's a little girl he just killed. Son of a bitch. The creek.
Yeah. Okay. Right, this is a better.
Better perspective of it.
Yeah. But he looks really overpowered.
Yeah. Anybody that hurts little kids like that, I want to really get them, But anyway, let's not go there. So anyway, there, he's about to move in. There he is trying to move in on Erica, and of course, water starts coming through. She tackles him, and then of course, once again, Ninon grabs her and saves her from being washed away, by the water. But the soldier, he stands up, and now he sees the water coming through, from the sluice, where Alita or Yoko has opened the gates, and now the water starts coming through. They're up on the stairs, and he can't get to them because, the water is, about to wash him away. And of course it does. And as he's being washed away, it looks like he was about to thinking about shooting them. And of course, as he's being washed away, he shot a kind of a bullet, but it kind of, the water overpowered him, and his gun was pointed who knows where, and he is no longer there to endanger them or threaten them, So there they are. The water is still coming through, and they're sitting up on the stairs, kind of watching the whole thing, as you can see there.
They are really
of course, the kids, and now Erica and Yoko, they kind of hug each other, and because Yoko or Alita had opened the kind of the valve that released the water, and of course Erica kind of hugs her and says Yoko, and then Ninon says then now we can escape down the side of the cliff, and so come on, there's an emergency stairs here. So anyway, she goes and points to the stairs, and she says that leads up to the front, and of course she says this way, and then of course the little girls start going up that thing, and they go outside, and of course the stairs are kind of dilapidated, I guess. So anyway, they kind of observe that, and they're just kind of looking down on the whole thing. And then of course here's Alita. She's kind of, or Yoko rather, is she almost fell off, I guess. And as they're standing up there on those stairs, here comes these military vehicles. Now this is all on Mars right here. Okay. And that looks like one hell of a transport, doesn't it? That's some kind of troop transport, I think. and you see these guys here. Here's a guy sitting down. They have some kind of board that they're riding, I guess. So but anyway, these army guys are coming in there to just
Guy's little
kill
funny.
anybody in the town. That's what they want to do, because they're trying to make it look like the authority is killing these people when it's really them, and they're dressed up like this authority, and I can't recall the name of the authority. And then of course here they are, and then there's outside the building, I guess, and Erica's kind of, she's kind of sad, thinking about Alina. She thinks poor Alina, she was so afraid of dying, and she got torn up like a rag, which was true, and of course Alita or Yoko there says, Erica, just when we were actually becoming friends or something, or just made friends. And of course Alita's trying to console her, and this is, I think, the first time we see that Alita, has some of that empathy, that, remember, we've talked about that, about that in the movie, where how Alita has empathy for her enemies, I guess. Let me see if Angelus has made it back on. We'll flip back over here.
Yep.
No, he hasn't. So let me go back. And of course, they end up going into this kind of a, big pipe, I guess, where they're, just kind of staying hidden and, staying, protected from the elements, I guess is what that was. And certainly, Erica or Yoko One says there's nowhere to run. So in other words, there's soldiers everywhere, they're hiding from them. And they're hiding in those pipes that you see, that are beside the building up on the top, frame up there. And, Ninon, Erica, and Yoko are all in there.
Man, this is cool, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Then Ninon says, she kind of looks at them, at the two girls, said, do you believe me when I say it's my destiny to become queen, And she's speaking to Erica and Yoko, and Erica says, I believe you, and Alita says, yeah, And of course, I guess Erica's still sad because Lena died, and Ninon says, now, remember how mean Ninon was in maybe the second volume, I think it was, how, she was wanting to do, kind of mean things to Alita and was kind of bullying the other girls and all. Now she seems to have changed her disposition. She seems like she's got more of a motherly, like, instinct going here or something, So she says, I'll make sure they don't kill you. In other words, talking about the soldiers. And she takes, Erica and Alita, and hugs them and says, you're such good girls, you're good girls, So anyway, I think she's really, become attached to Erica and Alita, because they're a lot younger than her, for one thing. Probably Ninon's probably around 10 or 11 years old. Erica's probably around 7 maybe, and Alita's probably 4 or 5 at this point, something like that. So she's almost assumed the role of protector, hasn't she? So, and then at this point, she says, Ninon looks at them and she says, I'll stop the soldiers, stay hidden here, So in other words, stay in the pipes here, and then, while I go out and, try to stop the soldiers. And of course, Erica screams, Ninon, don't go, And then of course, Ninon goes out and, she's, kind of looking up at the flag, and she sees the flag. And I think probably what this is that it's probably the same flag that her parents, probably were, or from the same company, or maybe like a nation, maybe, their flag. But remember, this is a false flag event. These soldiers are not from that particular country or whatever that is, nation or whatever, So she recognizes the flag as kind of a military flag called the I can't quite read that too well. from an army group, from her area, from Flammarion, and
Okay.
she thinks I recognize the flag, and it was the flag of the Patriots, that are the soldiers that, she kind of reminisces about 2 years ago, how the forces there were under her father's command and stuff like that. So she sees the flag and immediately associates it really correctly, that was the same, army unit or something like that my father was in command of. What she doesn't realize is this is not the same group. This is a group that's trying to, to do these horrible things to the citizens there and make it look like it's this group, So anyway, she's walking up toward them. And, here's that big transport with a couple of soldiers there. And, Denon thinks I have to stop them, And she said, I don't know why loyal troops would do such a heinous thing, So she still doesn't realize that these are not really the army types or the military types that were in this particular corps that her father was commanding. And let me just flip back over here to make sure Angelus didn't show up. And looked like Finn got kicked off. Sorry, Finn, I was over at the other tab there, and I didn't see you got kicked out. So sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. My audio is a little strange.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So anyway, Ninon gets up there and stands in front of this group of soldiers, and she puts her hand up and says, "Stop this slaughter."
Yeah.
She says, "I am Ninon Silber, eldest daughter to the Lord Silber of Flammarion." Okay, so
okay.
she really, I guess, well, she's at least the daughter of the commander of what she thinks is this corps, or something. And or maybe that particular commander was the lord of that area, of Flammarion.
Yeah, I think it's like a commander or
and she thinks that these guys are some of those same troops. So anyway, the soldiers come to a screeching halt, and they're stopped right there. And then this I guess looks like somebody comes out of the armored personnel carrier you see right there. Looks like an officer, and kind of stands up in front of her, like this. And he's looking down at her, and she's looking up at him. And then now there's a twist to this. I don't want to give it away right now, but there is a twist. But anyway, it looks like he goes down on one knee, and all of these soldiers say, "Lady Silver, as you command," And she's standing in front of all of them. And then, she sees her mother and father. And this is, all of this, saving this town and all is all, thanks to you. And they, she, feels them saying, "Oh, how I missed you," and stuff. The war is gone from Mars forever. And it says, look at all those soldiers have cast away their weapons. She sees them throwing them in that ditch or whatever that kind of a hole there in the ground, I guess, like they're kind of giving up their fighting. And of course, she jumps into the arms of her father, and of course, the soldiers say, "The new queen of Mars, long live Ninon," And then, of course, things start going gray here.
Yeah. They know her importance.
Now here's where things start getting real. You say, Miss Ninon, you see these little girls right here? These are the little girls that were playing with her in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
And she says, Miss Ninon, see, that's Lena right there on the far right. And Ninon says, "I thought you were dead, you girls." And, she says, "Look over there. There's a beautiful field of flowers. You must have been having a nightmare," or something like that, Lena says. And then, of course, it's a "let's go, Ninon," so they're, and to Ninon, looks like they're all going over to that field of flowers, and then, of course, Ninon says, can can you hear someone crying? And then one of the other little girls said, what's wrong? You know, and of course, it's starting to gray out here. And what has happened is she's dreamed all this. The soldiers actually killed her. And as she was dying, she was dreaming this. And what she heard as a little girl crying was Erica. You know, Erica and Alita were both crying, and there's Ninon. She's on the ground dead.
Yes, yes.
So, you know, that's basically it, you know. So it's kind of sad, isn't it? Because, I mean, Kishiro is just really masterful at what he does. Because let me go back a few here, where he's, you know, she steps out in front of these troops, you know, thinking she's going to stop them. Of course, she doesn't realize that they're really not the troops that were under her father's command. You know, that they're really the enemy is what they are, and she doesn't realize this. You know, and if you remember from the second and third volumes, and even I thought this when I read this the first time, I thought this little kid is just mean. You know, she's pure evil as a little kid and all that. But then she starts, you know, kind of developing this kind of a somewhat of a big sister type of instinct toward Alita and Erica. And then, of course, she goes through all of this, and this is in her dream, all of this, you know, her last dream, you know. And Kishiro did this great. He actually got you feeling sorry for her, where you didn't like her in the second and third volumes because she was so mean and bullying and stuff like that. And now you feel sorry for her, you know, because she's a little girl, you know, really she is. She's just a kid, you know. And of course, really, what happened is the soldiers killed her, and they just, you know, just left her there to die, you know, and she died, you know, and that was her dream at the end. She was dreaming that she was the princess or the queen of Mars, and you know, that was her last thoughts. And of course, there's Erica and Alita crying over her, you know. So anyway, that's pretty much it, you know, for volume 3. So it's a sort of a short volume, as they would say, you know. But any thoughts about this, you guys?
Sorry, I muted
right.
myself. My first thought is it's such a touching story, or episode. Yeah. It's to get the idea how to make this in a real movie. I don't think you can show this to a family-friendly audience.
No,
this is so incredible. It looks like our current wars all over the world, where children are the victims. This is cruel. It's absolutely cruel, but very well drawn by Kishiro.
Oh gosh, yes, and just a good storyteller too. I mean, like say, you actually felt sorry for Ninon at the end, you know, because you know, she is just a little girl. You know,
he can shorten it to the very relevant scenes in his panels.
Yes.
You don't need more panels.
Yeah.
But you stuck on some scenes. This scene with you have to go forward again, where they hide in this tube.
Yeah.
This is the most important scene to understand how these children may feel.
Yeah.
nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely nowhere to go.
Yep.
And stuck in a simple tube.
Yeah.
No other protection.
Well, they did say, didn't they? Let me go back to it. They did say that there was nowhere to run. You remember? Let me go way back.
Yeah.
Where they were at the tube.
Look at it.
I guess. Yeah.
Sorry,
So well, not here, I guess, but
yeah, we can hear you, Finn.
Yeah, go ahead, Finn.
Okay.
Try again.
Okay. Uno, duo, treso.
Yeah.
What was that now? What did he say? I didn't quite hear him.
This was Spanish.
Oh, Spanish. Ben, you can speak German and Spanish and English. How about that? That's
and
cool.
Italian and whatever.
Or Italian, yeah, maybe not Spanish.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to this panel.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe you can zoom in.
Let's see. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Maybe it will work. Look at it. They use the shadow to hide. Yeah, they understand that the light is not good in this situation.
Yeah.
And it's Kishiro is fantastic.
But I kind of agree with you too that you see the Mars Chronicles, a lot of it is pretty dark, and the whole manga is actually fairly dark. But if they were going to do something like this, and I've always said that they could do Mars Chronicles as kind of a series for kids. If they did that, they would have to kind of tone a lot of this down. You can't show the dead body of a little girl, and certainly you can't show, like for instance on the, let me get back to the other one here. Oops, too big. Let me wait. What's that? Yeah, there we go. This panel right here where he kills Lena. This is Lena, and of course he just rams his knife right through her, like that. And of course she's spitting up blood, and
it's like the current wars.
He just throws her like a rag doll, I mean, that's pretty gruesome right there,
This is extremely cruel.
Yeah. So you couldn't show that to kids. You'd have to take that out, and something like this, But a lot of this,
you cannot take it out because it's necessary to understand the whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's what I'm fascinated is this expression. Look at Erica's face expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Erica.
You believe it. You really believe it, what happened.
Mm-hmm. It looks like he's about to try to kill her.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, what she actually does is, the water starts coming in, but she throws like that blanket she had over him, where he can't see, and then grabs him around his ankles, I guess. And of course they both fall, and then of course Ninon saves her, or grabs her so she don't fall down there with the soldier, and then of course the rest we know, he takes the blanket off and here comes the water, so he's pretty much done at this point. He's not gonna get them, and they end up safe, so.
The next point is where Lena is in front of the not Lena, in front of the soldiers. Her courage to step out and cry on these soldiers.
Well, she's doing it for a couple of reasons. She thinks,
this panel.
yeah, she thinks she's saving Erica and Alita, or Yoko at this point. But it's just like a kid, I mean, she.
But she has the courage of a queen.
Yes, she does.
Of a real queen.
Yes, she does. And of course, she thinks that these troops are her father's troops.
Maybe Alita or Yoko and Erica remember this in the future.
Yeah.
This situation. Yeah. You can step outside. You can change the story, the history. Yeah. With your own courage.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's very interesting.
You see down the bottom here, she thinks it's her father's troops, they fought for him a long time ago, so it would take a lot of courage if you see an army bearing down on you with armored vehicles, and they're armed with automatic weapons, and you step out in front of them, that's I don't care if you think if they're enemies or not. That's a lot of courage right there after they've been wiping out the people in the town.
What you can show here, what you can't show here is the noise, the noise of the war, the noise of hundreds of soldiers, the noise of these tanks and other war machines, the cannons and all this.
Like up top here. Yeah.
She steps outside and say, stop the slaughtery.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is incredible.
Yeah, lots of courage.
Look at what Kishiro shows us here. This is
masterful storytelling, man.
Yeah,
masterful.
With just a few panels, everything said.
Yep. See, I think she probably thinks this is her father. Perhaps, I don't know. But there, as you command, Lady Silver, as you command.
Yeah, Lady Silver.
And then, of course, she's imagining her mother and father, and the troops disarming themselves, and then being big celebration, being the new Queen of Mars, and then things start going gray a little bit. I thought you girls were dead. Stuff like this. And then going off to the flowery field, and then that's what it really was.
Yeah, that's really what she was fighting for.
Yeah.
Fighting just with courage, with all her bones, voice. I don't know how to explain this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
you see, amazing. She feels responsible for all her friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she does.
Sad picture.
Yeah,
and that's the little girl that she heard crying, And there's a bird flying up there, and I kind of wonder if one of the symbolisms is here is like maybe that bird is her soul. She was so this probably is an eagle or
something. Okay.
And, and then
I can't see this on my screen. I just have 19-inch screen here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see down at the bottom down here, there's that eagle. And there she is. She's dead. And then there's the eagle up above them. You can probably see above, above Erica and Alita's head, way up there near the dome. You see the eagle. So, maybe that's kind of symbolism for Silva's soul, Ninon soul, you know, perhaps, you know, I guess, I don't know, you know, that's just my take on it. I might be completely wrong about that. So,
Batman wrote something interesting. Can you pop it in? What Batman?
what's this now?
Batman wrote something in the chat.
Oh, let me see.
We should pop it in.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you're right, Bad Man. That's right. That is that bird that he used. Baron von Muster was using to as kind of reconnaissance or spying or whatever, just like he says. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that, Bad Man. That's a good catch. You know. Yeah, that's I didn't realize that for sure. You know, that's good. You know.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So anyway, that's oh, go ahead.
Is it a spy eagle?
Yeah.
Or is it just like reporting?
It's kind of like that bird that was there was a series way back when. I can't remember the name of the actor now, but this bird would fly around and this guy could see through the eagle's eyes. Now, probably that eagle, it's not the same, of course, because that was kind of like almost like magic or something. This cyborg has merely got a camera on it, you know, is what it is, you know.
A cyborg with
a bird,
with a human behind its eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like got a camera on it or something. That's right, Bad Man. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, he's got multiple cyborg eyes. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see it in all directions. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Baron von Muster was kind of the big baddie, I guess, in Mars Chronicles for a good bit of it anyway. Kind of like Nova is in the original manga, you know. That, you know, I guess that's the way that works, you know. Well, guys, that's pretty much it, you know, in terms of Volume 4. Any important points you want to bring out about it? We can go back.
Yeah, I'm really a mixture of shocked and astonishing, and yeah.
Yeah. See, she's Ninon's, you know, she's got the big sister thing going right here. You know, she feels, you know, some kind of affinity for Erica, you know, because, you know, here Erica's probably no more than 6 or 7 years old, you know, and Alita, which they see in this panel up top here, she's a little girl. She's probably 4 or 5.
Very
young, you know. So yeah, and of course she, at one point she you know, hugs them. Like, is that back here? No, that was, you know, and says they're
likes
good
her.
girls, you know, they're such good girls, you know. I mean, yeah, she's I think she's kind of, it's kind of like that story with Hugo, I guess. You know, where Hugo, you know, when at first in the movie and in the manga, he wants to, his only thing is, I got to get to Zalem. I got to go to Zalem, you know.
Yeah.
And then of course it's a little different in that here Ninon's just kind of gotten an affinity for both the girls, but Hugo actually ends up, you know, Alita certainly kind of has a thing for Hugo even when she first meets him, but Hugo kind of still thinks he needs to go to Zalem above everything else, and then of course he meets Alita and he starts, you know, falling for her, you know, and by the end of the movie, you know, he falls for her, you know, and he was probably in love with her before that, but he makes the decision to go back down with her, and of course looks like everything's going to be fine, and then he dies. same thing here. Looks like everything's going to be fine here, and it looks like we have a happy ending coming up, but really all this is a dream, and she dies. I mean, wow, that's crushing, isn't it? So
yeah, it's
yeah.
let's
God.
see what's in the chat. Batman
No,
is
let me go back to the StreamYard here. Okay, let's see what we got here. The challenge of being born in a family of wealth and status and authority. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We have a saying, I'm sure it's probably all over the world, but you basically you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth or something like that. In other words, everything's always been given to you. You don't know, you certainly aren't thoroughly acquainted with reality or something like that, and she was probably always somewhat spoiled as a child, because she had wealth and status, and her dad was her father was kind of a important person in the military, and and she has this kind of a delusion, I guess, thinking that she's going to be a queen of Mars or something because of her father, and of course that's not reality, but
yeah.
she does come around. She becomes she saves herself, I guess you would say, in that one, Yeah, that's right. Sin of Sanity, she didn't know. That's right. So yeah, kind of another great story by Koshiro. He is so good at doing this stuff. I mean, it's just really amazing, So let's see. Yeah, that's right. She doesn't originally see the girls as her friends. She sees them as her subjects, as somebody for her to rule over or something like that. But I do think in the end, when she hugs Alita and Yoko, Alita and Erica rather, and then goes to try to stop the soldiers, that's when she really discovers herself. Her the good side of herself, kind of like Shirin did in the movie. When she sees Alita weeping over Hugo, after Zapan had stabbed him, and of course it just it turns her, and she comes down to help Alita, or she does help Alita. So yeah, the same kind of a thing, I think. All she sees is these people that are in Iron City. For instance, Shirin for a long time is only a means to get back to Zalem, and then of course she realizes eventually that she was a mother and certainly a doctor, and Zalem's not really what she wants. So yeah, it didn't work out for Shirin either. Although I would say, Bad Man, that Shirin's not really dead. She was still alive in that box. Now she certainly, I think that could be a setup for her coming back in the sequel. In kind of a cyborg body. I could see her being
think so and hope so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like
Oh,
Jennifer
yes.
Connelly. Jennifer Connelly's all right in my book.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So, but anyway, yep, that's it. Mars Chronicles Volume 4. The girls.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I guess Erica and Alita escape. The soldiers don't find them, but they kill damn near everybody else in the village. So
For me, every time a little spoiler.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I must read the Mars Chronicles and all mangas.
You have the Mars. Here's Lee. How's it going, Lee?
Not too bad. Just got back.
Oh yeah, no problem. Better late than never.
Lee. Hi.
Hello, Lee. Nice
Hey,
to
how's it
hear
going?
Yeah, we just finished up Mars Chronicles, and let me flip back to it just for Lee.
Yeah.
So he can see it. So let me go back to the beginning here. So anyway, Lee, you're familiar with this story, I think, because I think you've read the Mars Chronicles as well. So
I read
You
through the first couple of issues.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say I read through them. I managed to get a little bit of excerpts from them here and there.
Yeah, this is a story where Ninon, actually saves Alita and Erica. And of course,
so this is when they're still in the orphanage then.
Yeah, they're still down. They're down below, I guess, and there's water. Alita's got to pull the sluice valve, to wash away. There's this particular soldier's there, and of course he brutally kills this little girl right here, Lena. And of course this is really gruesome right here. He stabs her through her back, and the blade goes all the way through her chest, and she starts spitting up blood. And then, of course, he just throws her like she's nothing,
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he looks like he's going to move in on Erica. And then, of course, Erica throws the water starts coming in, but Erica throws that blanket over him and tackles him, I guess. And they kind of start to fall down, but Ninon saves Erica, and he falls down to the floor, I guess. And when he pulls this blanket off, here comes the water, and the water washes him away, And then, of course, the rest of it, the girls go out and hide, and they find this. The troops are coming in. They hide in this what looks to be like some kind of pipe they use for sewage, or that they haven't installed anything yet, or it could be water. Who knows? And of course, this is where she dreams that she's the queen of Mars, and that these guys actually are soldiers in her father's company, and she thinks that's her father. And of course she dreams all this, and then things start going gray, and they go off into the field of flowers, and then of course it's her dreaming, and she dies.
Oh, she's dreaming as she dies.
Yeah. And then there's one of the things that's touching about this is that they say one of the girls grabs Ninon's hand, let's go, and Ninon says, do you hear someone crying? And one of the other little girls say, what's wrong? Because Ninon hears some crying, and of course she's dying, and this is who she's hearing, is Erica, crying, and of course Alita's crying as well, and Ninon's, she's gone. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell right there, guys.
Wonderful panel.
Yes, it's really, I really enjoyed the Mars Chronicles. Some folks don't like it for some reason. I don't know why.
If you think about the entire story, it's I don't know how to explain. It's not family friendly. It's cruel with all its.
Well, my problem wasn't with most of it. My problem was just some of the aspects, like Alita's origin.
Yeah, I don't.
Just got a little weird for me.
That's pretty strange.
That was kind of a little out of left field. I'm kind of like, that's a little off the wall.
Yeah, they're going to have to change that if they're going to make make Mars Chronicles a series. I think that's not going to work. I don't think.
Yeah, I get the impression sometimes Kishiro just does some of this stuff just to shock the readers.
I think he does.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, go ahead, Spindrick.
No, I only want to agree to that.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to test the reaction of the readers, of his audience.
That's right.
Yeah? How far can he go with showing a reality, a kind of reality? How far will it be accepted?
Yeah.
That's the thing, the brutality of the soldiers and stuff, I've got no problem accepting that, because that mirrors a lot of real world stories I've heard and read about.
But it's still a little shocking. You see that one panel with the blade going through Lena, and she's through the front of her chest, and she sees this blade, and it starts spitting blood. I mean, God Almighty, that's pretty graphic.
I have actually seen worse than that, but
well, I have too, actually.
Yeah.
So,
but I was for me, it's more referring to some of the body horror stuff, like tumors turning into,
faces.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's a
Yeah.
little weird.
That's a little bit out there, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of like I think he put that in just to put it in.
Yeah.
Kinda like
I think he did it for shock effect, is what he did. That's what I think.
that's the thing. For me, I was shocked at first, and I was kind of like, you know what? That's just a little odd.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I can't think of anything else. Lee, did you see my? I guess you saw that I finished that one chapter 23. Or
no, like I said, I just got back and turned on the computer first thing.
Okay, yeah, or what? File 22 or chapter 23 or whatever.
Oh, it was chapter 22, but part 23 in the way That's why I like Archive of Our Own. It's a little easier for me to put it in a certain order that it will actually list it to the readers.
Yeah.
Instead of the weird.
But I like the ending that you put on it though, where Alita does a lot of self-reflection. That's pretty good. I really enjoyed that. So
yeah, I was trying to. After Maxie reread the Motorball arc, and she talked about, and she was doing her own self-reflecting there, and mentioned about having a who is this haughty person that has these outlooks that she. Like, what part of her is this? Who was this person that she used to be? So I decided to add a little bit of that to the ending of chapter 22.
Mm-hmm.
Or 23 is.
Yeah, 23. Yeah.
Fan fiction insists on calling it.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So.
Okay.
So anybody out in the chat, I know I apologize. I wasn't able to catch everybody's chat because. I was on another tab, or on, I guess what I had to do to this one is the site where this is has a lot of adware they try to put on your system. So what I had to do is just kind of, get the images, and go through them that way. So, I was on another tab and I couldn't see. That's why Finn, when you got kicked off, that's why I didn't put you back in immediately, because I was over on the other tab. So
it's all good.
Yep. What do they say over there? All is claw, right?
All is claw.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's that, I guess.
It was my fail. My sound is not good. But now Schmendrick has me say a good point.
Yeah.
And now it's all good.
Yeah, it could help that you close all the browser windows.
Yes.
Just focus on the one you have to watch.
Yeah, you must close all windows. Browser.
Well, I had that problem with I'm on my laptop now, and I had originally when I bought the laptop, it only had 2 gigabytes on it, and that's not near enough, So anyway, I had to take it back in and say, hey, put 16 gigabytes in this thing, because that's the max, and I don't have as much trouble, because I'd get kicked off. But every now and then, if I have a lot of apps open on it, it'll get slow, it'll be trying to figure out which app to go to or something, I guess, and that's right. When I clicked on the share, it didn't come up real fast. It took about 10 seconds for it to get to it, so
yeah, it's sometimes creaky. It's not only the hardware, but the lack of performance of the software. Yes. If you have too many browser windows open, you get echoes, you get lags.
When you heard the
you have to reduce this to the very most important focus.
Yeah. Yeah, Sandy, it's like what Lee was talking about a while ago. Yeah, those tumors that turn into faces. I remember when I read that the first time. What the hell?
What the heck?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Let's see what else we got going here. You can
Yeah.
never have enough memory. That's right. Yeah, on my computer at home, I got 32 gigabytes of memory, and sometimes I'm doing video editing. It will crash, because
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
Emotional damage.
yeah.
it's the lack of the software too.
Well, the guy that wrote this, see, I just have a free video editor, but it's a pretty good one. I mean, considering it's free, but he doesn't have any kind of safeguards in there. Like, for instance, if you start running low on memory, you should put out some kind of a message, says, hey, you're running low on memory. That way you can, kind of save or something. But he does have auto save on it, so that's pretty good, so.
I have a system with 128 gigabyte memory. Yeah,
Nice.
memory, not only the hard disks or so. I'm 12 terabyte, 13. Around 14 terabyte at my system. Hard disks and an i9.
i9. Oh wow, that's nice.
But that's not the point. The point is how to organize your software, keep it up to date, and focus on the very important windows. And close the rest.
Yeah,
don't do too much side windows. I have open around 6 windows at the moment. Okay, I can't close the most. But the focus is really on one window.
One window, yeah. I think I got 3, right? I got 3 tabs open, so. And that works okay.
Don't know how many tabs. Yeah, okay.
My power come from a hamster.
From what? What?
Hamster.
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 Ich verstehe das nicht.
Hamster. In English, sorry.
I'm sorry. Help me out here, Svendrik.
And I don't understand it either.
You can't understand hamster.
Maybe your mic
the
is
animal,
too bad.
The animal hamster.
This little animal with running all around in a wheel.
This little rodent.
Yeah.
Good point, bad man. Don't organize your software the way Camelot was organized in the last.
But in English.
Sorry,
yes, exactly.
Exist is not in English. Hamster. Hamster in English, not?
No, I don't know what that is.
Hamster
Lee,
wheel.
Lee, can you help me out here?
What's that?
Wait. I can, but I have to open another window.
Auf English, what is that? Was ist das? Auf English.
In English, it's not the same.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no translation for it. Wow.
There is no translation. Yeah, it
exists not.
Hamster and hamster.
Oh,
wheel.
hamster.
Hamster.
You mean like a hamster that's in there running the
this little animal with this short feet running like
in a hamster wheel. Hamster wheel.
Yeah, like the wheel going around and around and around. The hamster's running your computer. Yes, I got it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Yeah, when you were saying hamster, I went, what hamster? What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Hamster. Oh.
it's all
Yeah,
pronunciation.
Alf Americana, das ist hamster.
Hamster.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the furry little rodents, you know.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Hamster powered baggage.
yes.
Yeah.
Hamster
The
power
Babbage
badge
engine.
agent.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I guess anything else that anything else y'all want to talk about? You know, in terms not just Mars Chronicles, any other Alita thing.
Today, no. Okay.
Well, one thing I just want to remind everybody, and we got a few folks out there still, but we are going to start a gaming network, an Alita Battle Angel gaming network. We haven't decided what to name it yet. You know, but we're, you know, I think we got 3 votes. I think Vladi and Charlie want to name it the Alita Armored Division, and I think because of Panzerkunst, you know, I mean armor art, you know, and I guess the Creek wants to name it Alita Gaming, but that's a little too plain, I think.
Yeah, yeah. We have to say the Panzerkunst Club or whatever.
Club clip.
Okay, genau. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I guess we can't think of anything else. We're going to have a short stream tonight, I guess.
Yeah, but one question
Sure.
to this. What do you want to play? What are the games you have in mind?
Any kind of game that could be Alita related, but we haven't really just gotten that far with it yet. But you know, something like Cyberpunk 2077 would be something we definitely want to include. You know, and maybe from time to time Martian Memory, but I think Chaos Nova does a lot of that. You know, but we still may do some of it. You know.
Okay, I'm a member of the audience because I'm too slow to play those games.
Well,
I'm afraid.
Yeah, Stellar Blade. Oh, that's right, Cinna Sandy. That'd be that. You know, I may have to get that game myself. You know.
I love the screenshots from this.
Yeah.
Stellar Blade, wonderful, and Cyberpunk also. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Stellar Blade has kind of got a Alita-esque kind of feel to it too, doesn't it?
Yeah. From the screenshots, I didn't have. I didn't watch walkthroughs or whatever.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any last words there, Smendrick?
No, nothing to add from my side. Was a very, very nice stream.
Thank you. Finn, you got anything?
Not so many, but I must read the Mars Chronicles. And this chapter
yes.
very interesting and little sad for me.
Yeah, it's kind of sad there that the way that one ended. You know, the little girl thought she did well and all that, and all of a sudden it's just she's dying. You know, wow, how freaking sad. You know, I mean that's you know, it is pretty sad, no doubt about it. You know. Lee, anything?
No, nothing here. I was just going to mention that scene with was it Ninon? Was her name?
Ninon. Yeah.
With her dying, it reminded me of a Star Wars short called "The Longest Fall," where an officer on Vader's ship screws up really bad. So Vader, of course, force chokes him. But he has this whole thing play out in his head as he's dying, where Vader decides to show mercy, so he gets a second chance, does better, rises through the ranks, and his family becomes wealthier and more, what's that word? Well, they rise through the ranks of society, basically.
Yeah.
And then you find out later that he's lying on the floor taking his last breath, and he dies, and they take the body away.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of a story I read in high school, you know, where it was about this cowboy that they had captured, you know, and he had, I guess he killed somebody or something. They were going to hang him, you know, and they put him on the gallows, and then you know, the gallows goes out from under him, but the rope breaks, and he kind of he runs away, and he gets out, and he goes to another town, and he's doing this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden black, and it shows them, you know, taking him off of the hangman's noose, you know, so kind of a similar thing, you know, so.
I think there's been a few stories like that I've
either
heard of or read through that were kind of similar.
Yeah, Maxie points out that a lot of these stories like that have a common thread to them, you know, that writers, they put just a twist on it, you know, something like that, you know. So
actually, come to think of it, there was one in Alien Earth War like that. A guy got infected with or impregnated with one of the embryos.
Yeah.
And he's being tied down to a table because the corporation that had him infected was basically harvesting the embryos to turn them into bioweapons.
Yeah.
And he manages to escape, gets onto a helicopter, is flying away to go reunite with his family. And then it goes back to the operating table. He's tied down on it. Things bursting out of his chest, killing him.
Wow. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's the way Volume 4 went too, you know. Yeah, I guess my final word is we saw one panel in there where we get a hint of how Alita can show empathy, you know, where you know, where I guess Erica is kind of you know, she's really, really sad that Lena was killed, and she said we had just become friends, you know, and she got torn up like a doll or something like that. And Alita kind of puts her hand on her, you know, like she's wanting to hug her or something. You know, I said, well, that's just like, you know, she's going to grow up to be empathetic, you know. So, except in this case, that was for Erica before they, you know, had a falling out or something, you know. So, yeah. Okay, guys, I guess that's about it then. Did we miss anything?
We miss sequels.
Yeah, I didn't use a scanner there, Sandy. I just did print screen a lot. So,
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we didn't. So anyway, I guess the last thing here, I guess, is or we just want to do a kind of a shout out to, you know, our queen. And of course, I kept saying in videos where I'd have her. I mean, I don't have a lot of videos for her, but I do occasionally. Periodically, from time to time, I do like to do a video honoring Rosa because she is our queen. And then some guy named Terry, I can't remember his last name, got on me. He says, she's not just a queen, she's a goddess. And I said, okay, I'll put queen and goddess from now on. Because, yeah, she is kind of, isn't she? But, you know, certainly Rosa's our, you know, she's our.
Sure, it wasn't
lady.
maybe Vladdy that said something like that?
No, it wasn't Vladdy. It was, it was a guy named Terry. I can't remember his last name now. But anyway, yeah, he kind of got on me about, no, she's always a goddess. I went, okay. So anyway. But yeah, she certainly brought Alita to life, didn't she? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she is Alita. We cannot replace her with another actress.
Yes.
We have wonderful actresses. I saw a lot of movies in the last weeks, but Rosa Salazar is Alita. And
Rosalita.
They should keep her. Yeah, they should.
Yeah, they should keep her as Alita. They, you know,
they should try to not to lose her.
Yeah.
If they wait too long, I'm afraid we will get some problems. Yeah?
Well, I think as long, you know, motion capture technology, as far as, you know, how it's I mean, that technology is evolving as well, you know, and Rosa has said that, you know, she will play Alita for as long as she can. You know, she really wants to be Alita, you know, in the movies.
Yeah, but we shouldn't, or they shouldn't check this out.
Yes.
They shouldn't wait too long to announce the sequels.
They've already waited too long, in my opinion. Those turkeys.
Yeah, it's 5 years or over 5 years.
Yeah,
it's
they need to get on the stick.
Very long period.
Yeah, I don't want to be 130 when this thing comes out on the sequel. So.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to say that in the stream, I will be blind in this in the case they wait another 5 years.
Well, I think Smendrick, in your case, so I think, you know, hopefully that it'll only degrade to a certain point and stop. You know, I mean, it does that.
Hopefully.
Because I had former.
My doctors told me something different.
Oh, okay. Well, I know my second wife's grandmother had macular degeneration, and it progressed to a point and then it stopped. And now I think she was like what they say legally blind, but she could still see some, you know, figures and stuff like that. You know, she could still do that, you know, so.
What you want to explain, Creaky, is she belongs on the big screen. You agree?
Yes, I do. Yeah. As a matter of fact, as I say every week, Rosa is #1 in the Creeks book in terms of being an actress, you know. She is definitely that. And then, of course, I always do shout outs to El Lamont and Jesse Fisher because they brought Screwhead to life, and I want Screwhead back in the sequel as well. I want to see Screwhead and Alita kind of make up, as it were, because I don't think Screwhead's dead. I think, you know, I mean, certainly she got cut in half, but if you saw her head was still intact, and it looked like she got cut in half below where her core is. So she could very well still be alive, you know, which I think she is. And of course, I think if Screwhead and Alita made up, you know, Screwhead realizes that, you know, she's been played, you know, and that, you know, she's kind of pissed off about the whole situation and goes to Alita and say, hey, I'm on your side now, girl. You know, let's burn it all down. I think is what Elle said in that interview. So anyway, but all three of these ladies are really good at what they do. You know, they're consummate professionals, all of them. You know, they, you know, and I don't mean to, I don't mean to swoon over all three of them so much, you know, but, you know, I do really like them a lot, you know. And of course, as I also say every week, yeah, they're great at what they do, but it sure don't hurt that they're pretty either. So, and they are, but they are great at what they do. And all three of them deserve another shot at Alita, that, particularly Rosa being Alita, of course, you know, but I think Screwhead needs to be back too. You know, I think it's, I think it would add something to the story, you know, so.
I would agree.
Yep. Okay, tomorrow we're going to have yet another manga reading. Gundam, Angel of Death, Nuclear Winds, Journey 3 Pride. And basically this is there on the atomic train or nuclear train, whatever you want to call it. You know, I guess back in the 50s they called it atomic, and now as we just say nuclear now. But, you know, I guess the barjack is, well, I don't want to give it away, so we won't do that. But, yeah, it's going to be a really fun stream tomorrow, and, you know, we look forward to it. And I always try to, I've been doing this recently, when the Alita Army or in Radio Chaos has a manga reading, I like to do the Mars Chronicle reading the day before, you know, because I did see something in the chat. Can't remember. Might have been you, Sin of Sanity, said this, that you got confused whether this was going to be the manga or the original manga or something like that, or Mars Chronicles. But what this is I try to do a Mars Chronicle reading the day before Radio Chaos does a original manga reading. So kind of make it a manga weekend, as they would say, or as the Aussies would say, manga. So there
Mango.
Yeah. You say potato, I say potato. It doesn't matter. That's
potatoes.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Yeah, like spätzle. What's that? Potato dumplings, isn't it? Something like that.
Spätzle.
Spätzle are noodle. Another version of South German noodles.
Yes.
Ja, aber ich in der Schweiz sage Spaghetti.
Spätzle schmeckt das gut. Sehr gut.
Oh, Spätzle is very fine. It's very good.
Yeah.
No, you can't say here in Germany, in South Germany, Spätzle are noodles. You get very, very, very lot of trouble here.
A little Italian, you make a pasta.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I guess that is that one, I guess. So just to kind of wrap things up here, why is that image there? Well, that image is there is because I like it, and the creek is running the stream. I am the producer. So anyway, that's why that image is there. And to paraphrase Gruishka, I'm only here for our girl and the Alita Army. And of course, all of us in the Alita Army are only here for our girl, aren't we?
We are.
And that brings us to our final thing, and that is the call to action. And that would be on my count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Film
baby.
And I guess we will catch you guys next week on the Alita live stream, where the creek will be back in Denver, Colorado. And tomorrow we'll see you on the manga reading of Radio Chaos.
Yep.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye all.
What's up, Alita Army? This is Hot Toys Alita, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Alita live stream. Please join my Uncle Creek, Angelus, and our other guests for next week's show. Remember, I do not stand by in the presence of evil, and film those sequels, baby. See you next time.